What it do? Hey, back in the office again. Hey, this is a sad situation that just occurred. Uh, airline, an American airline plane collided with a Blackhawk helicopter, and they saying it was like 60 passengers on the plane. And we don't get plane crashes like that or collisions or none of that shit. You know what I mean? And for this to happen, it's serious. I don't know how I'm gonna get my nigga Sebo on the plane now. God damn. Man, my condolences go out to everybody that was on that plane family, man. Let's get into this, man. See what the heck going on.
Reset. Chris Cuomo here. Leland Vittert is joining me from his home, which is in direct eye line with what's happening in Washington, D.C. right now, which, as we understand it, is a regional jet from Wichita, Kansas, that was inbound to Reagan National Airport, collided with a military Blackhawk helicopter. Both aircraft supposedly went into the water. There was an immediate response. There's a perimeter set up. You can see the explosion in the grainy video on your screen.
Wow, right there, the little, it's like something running right into the back of it, man. Well, y'all sure this was a collision? A collision is when something, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. That almost looked intentional, man. Wow.
The message from American Airlines and the FAA echoes that they believe there were 60 passengers on board. We haven't been told who was on the Blackhawk yet. It could be anywhere from 2 to 12 troops could be on an aircraft, a Blackhawk aircraft, depending on the configuration, how it's being used. The discussion of why this happened is in its very early stages. You can see on the video what appears to be a light moving along the starboard or the right side. It'll be the left side of your screen, but it's the right side of the airplane. It's coming down that wing and then hits it. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's a missile, it's a this, it's a that. No, it isn't. It's none of those things. It's a helicopter. And we see the collision. They both go down. The plane on the top is irrelevant. It was another plane, had nothing to do with the collision, not involved. So who survived? We don't know. You see the perimeter live on right now. The Potomac River is fairly deep there. It is cold there, which means they don't have a lot of time, and it's going to have to be diving.
Damn, that mother fell in the river. Wow. That's a real freak accident right there, man. Wow.
Because as you can pretty much tell from this picture, they don't have the aircraft that we can tell on the surface, which would obviously be a very different scenario in terms of survivability. American Airlines just said they're aware of the reports that American Eagle Flight 5342, operated by PSA with a service from Wichita to Washington Reagan National, has been involved in an incident. It's not an incident. It's a collision, and that plane and the Blackhawk that it collided with are both in the water. And again, the water temperature, Leland, they're giving us is somewhere between 38 and 42 degrees, depending on where you are within that river. What do you want people to know from your perspective on what you watched develop so far?
So this began about an hour and a half ago now. And you noticed as I look out of my balcony at Reagan Airport, all of the air traffic shut down. And it's difficult to explain just how busy the airspace around D.C. and the Potomac River are, because you have all the military aircraft and military helicopters that fly up and down all day. Then you have the flights in and out of Reagan as well. It is the tightest air corridor, I think, that probably exists in America. The flip side of that is the massive amount of response that we have seen. And I'm listening on my balcony to the sounds of hundreds of sirens still streaming in to the south end of Reagan Airport. So the airplanes were landing to the north up the Potomac River on what is called runway 33, where this airplane was supposed to land. It came over the Potomac, which is not that far. It's a couple of miles, maybe only a mile wide at the point where the collision occurred. They would have been in the couple of 100 feet off the water, getting ready to land when this collision occurred. And the stream of emergency vehicles in is pretty stunning. You know, if we think,
wow, God bless they soul, man. Them folks was about to land. Them folks was about to land and it happened, man. What a freak accident, dog.
think about all of the sort of horrible parts of this, it's at night. There's still ice on the Potomac. It's cold. The flip side would be if there's a place that can garner a massive emergency response. I'm looking at almost a dozen boats in the water right near the area where the aircraft would.
People who are joining us.
Wow. Now that's a freak accident right there, man. Real talk. Wow. Well, I'm gonna update y'all with more of this probably in the morning. But this is preliminary right now, so this is what we got right now. I brought y'all this information. It's 1942. And I'm out.